What's up, friends? Welcome back to the Damsel in Success podcast. Again, I'm so glad to have you here with me. Got a really great episode planned for you today, and it has to do with your past, your present, and your future. Kind of like, what is that, A Christmas Carol? Oh, speaking of that, we've only got 4.5 more months till Christmas. So stoked. I'm so excited. Christmas is my absolute favorite. I swear I was like a Christmas elf in a past life. And y'all just get ready because whenever it's Christmas time, y'all are going to see my whole house decked out. I'm a little extra. Anyway, back on track. So, want to talk to you guys about whenever you start changing, whenever you start growing, whenever you start really figuring out your purpose, your potential, you're really shaking and moving and doing big things. You're always going to have at least one person, at least one. Usually it's going to be somebody that you knew earlier on in life, maybe somebody that you've outgrown, maybe somebody who's always kind of been a critic of your own life but that's not ever really doing anything with theirs. And they're always going to bring up, well, it's really great that you're where you are and you overcame, who you used to be. Or do you remember whenever you used to do that? Or you did this? Or you blah, 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 blah. It's always that little nitpicking, right? It's always that person who always remembers all the bad crap you did. Like that they haven't ever made a mistake or done something wrong. But they just cannot accept who you are now and who you were on the way to being, right? They always want to bring up, oh, well, she used to blah, 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 or do you have any idea what she used to do or who she used to be and blah, blah, blah. It's always something, whatever. We all have a past. We all have a past. We've all done things that we regret. And the beauty of doing things is and learning from them and having a past that may not be so great is that you can either stay that person and never change and just be stagnant and be horrible forever, or you can learn from it and you can fail forward and you can become better because of it. Because the person who makes no mistakes, stay away from them, y'all. I'm telling you, you don't want no part of that mess. So if you have those people who only want to refer to you as your past self or only want to think of you and your mistakes, or they cannot fathom you being a new person, you have a couple of different options there. So you can completely ignore it. Though, not really a bad choice. You can prove them wrong, that's always kind of a cool feeling, isn't it? Or you can reintroduce yourself to them. Like, hey, you know what? You're right. Own your mistakes. You're right. A few years ago, that used to be me. I used to be not so great, but, here I am, glory to God, that, I've changed. And, what better way to prove to you that I've changed, but not really so much through my words, but through my actions. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Allow me to show you who I really am now. And they're going to be like, oh, some of them may still talk crap because that's just what they want to do. But most of the time, if you are that bold and you show people that you are different, those few naysayers, they're just trying to get attention anyway. That's always the case. Like, it's people always want to think about everything horrible. Everybody always wants to just remember the bad. It's just like, we were talking about the other day, nobody ever leaves positive reviews for businesses. It's very, very rare. It's always garbage. Everybody always talks about, they only want to talk about it if something negative happens. Because what's the old saying, if you go into, I don't even remember the statistic now, but it's some crazy number that if you have a bad experience, you're more likely to tell 10 people, whereas you have a good experience, you're only likely to tell one person, if any. I don't know. I just made those statistics up, but they sound good to me. They sound pretty accurate. So, because whenever something bad happens, you're going to go and you're going to tell everybody. But if something good happens, you're going to tell very few people. So whenever you're doing all this good in your life, make sure that you're telling people, and not just telling them, but make sure that your actions line up with what you're telling these people, so that way they can see it. And don't get mad if it doesn't happen overnight. If you had a certain reputation, it may take a little while for people to start seeing the new you and for you to build back, that trust and build back your reputation and who you really are now. Because, it doesn't matter what kind of past that you have. You can stop right now. You can stop that life right now and start over. The beginning of your new life starts right now. You're always going to have people that focus on the negative. You're always going to have people that are going to try to throw your past in your face. They're going to be the same people who are talking smack about everybody, and they're miserable. And you know why? Because they're too scared to change themselves. So get after it, y'all. Do not let anybody, I tell y'all what, there is one person who is allowed to judge you, and that's God. It's sure not any of these other people. And the cool thing about God too is that he waits till the very end of our lives to judge us. So he's going to take a whole broad look of everything and say, okay, here's what happened. I see you changed here. Kind of got off to a rough start, my man, but you were fine after that. There is no reason, nobody on this earth has any right to judge you. No matter what you used to be, who you used to be, what you used to do, anything. And if they start judging you, reintroduce yourself to them. Hey, listen, you start right now. If you're not happy with who you are, if you're not happy with your past, stop that nonsense and start over right now. You can do it. So y'all have an awesome Sunday evening, and I will talk to you again soon.